A wonderful Friday it is, and I want to welcome you again to our STEM series. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where in the world you are joining us from. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here today. My name is Estella Hilda Anneman, and I am the coordinator for American Corner Aboba. And I'm honored to be your moderator for this discussion on essential digital skills for educators to enhance teaching effectiveness. American Spaces provides access to current information about the United States through book collections, internet access, events and activities for everyone. In an era where technology is reshaping every aspect of our lives, it's so crucial that our educators are well equipped with digital skills necessary to provide high quality, effective teaching. And facilitating today's session is Benjamin Adedevo. He is a social media consultant and a digital strategist. Benjamin has over 5 years of experience in social media marketing. He holds a bachelor degree in human resource management from Pentecost University. With an extensive background and expertise in community management, social media marketing, digital marketing, and media buying, Benjamin has overseen many successful marketing and advertising campaigns and projects with notable institutions and organizations in Ghana, such as WaterAid Ghana, DKT International, Mobile Web Ghana, Blogging Ghana, and so many more. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to share the live stream link with any educator you may know. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So by equipping our educators with the right skills, we empower them to shape the future. During the session, please type all your comments and questions in the comment box below and they'll be well addressed. Thank you so much for staying with us. And now I'll hand it over to Benjamin.
Thank you very much, Estelle. It's always a pleasure to do a presentation on a very important topic. So I'll be sharing my screen. Okay, I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
All right, so welcome everyone once again. We are going to look at essential digital skills for educators to enhance teaching effectiveness. And as Estelle already mentioned, my name is Benjamin Adadibo, and I'm your facilitator for today. Feel free and drop in your comments and we will address them. So today we are going to look at the objective of the topic. We are going to look at technical proficiency, some basic skills and knowledge that you need as an educator to be able to use digital tools for effective teaching. We are going to look at the importance of digital skills for educators. Okay, we're also going to look at the overview of digital skills. We are going to look at some key basic skills that you might need. We are going to look at digital pedagogy. We are going to look at some online communication tools. We are going to look at data literacy, cybersecurity awareness, integrating digital tools into teaching. One case study, some challenges and solution. And then we will take questions and answers. We'll also do a short demonstration on some of the tools like SlideShare and Google Classroom. So what is the objective we are looking for? So the objective is to explore key digital skills that educators need to effectively integrate technology into their teaching practices. You know, gone are the days where when I was in school, digital wasn't as it is today. Now, the world is moving in a very fast pace, and there are a lot of changes that we need to adapt to. And one of the changes is to be able to use digital tools for effective teaching. And the importance of this is to enhance student engagement, facilitate personalized learning, and prepare students for a digital future. So what are some of the basic skills that you need as an educator? So basic computer skills, mastering operating systems and software applications. There are some operating systems that you might need to master, with the likes of Microsoft Office tools, Google Suite, and some software applications. Now, productivity tools like leveraging on Microsoft Office and Google Workspace and more, which goes a long way to help you as an educator to be able to schedule your assignment or schedule your class and send out information via emails and other tools. Also, to know some troubleshooting tools like addressing common technical issues, because there might be a need for you to address some technical issues when it arises, and you need to know some troubleshooting to be able to do that efficiently. Okay, so what is the importance of digital skills for educators? One, enhancing engagement. So it enhances engagement, interactive multimedia content. As I mentioned, we are in a world where we have to be digitally inclined. The use of AI and virtual reality. So interactive and multimedia content helps creating videos as presentations, putting your presentations on SlideShare, using Google Classrooms to be able to interact with students and grade them, and using some learning tools helps to enhance engagement. Improving accessibility, reaching diverse learners. Learners are now coming from almost all over, from different locations all over the world, coming from different cities and towns. So it helps to reach diverse learners, and every learner is very unique that in a way. So they should be treated in such way. So it improves accessibility, increases efficiency. You can streamline some administrative tasks with the use of digital tools. Now, we look at the overview of digital skills. So I've categorized them into technical proficiency, digital pedagogy, online communication, data literacy, and cybersecurity awareness. As we've already mentioned in terms of some of the basic skills that you might need. So some basic skills you need is example operating systems, software applications, using productivity tools, troubleshooting common technical issues, and the importance, as I mentioned, is enhances student engagement, facilitate personalized learning, and prepare students for a digital future. Now, digital pedagogy, which I've broken down into three sessions. So we have the interactive lessons, designing and engaging in multimedia-rich lessons. So lessons shouldn't be such a way that it was, during our school days, but it could be very engaging. You can create rich, multimedia-rich lessons, that can engage students, use interactive videos, use a very robust PowerPoint presentations that can engage students, and also using learning management systems, some platforms that students can log on their own and check assignments, answer polls, answer surveys, create a chat box where students can interact and then serve as a community. So it should be in a way that it should be engaging, So when it comes to the learning management system, we have so many platforms today. Some of the platforms that we, as educators, we can utilize are the likes of Google Classroom and Moodle. Okay, so Google Classroom is a platform where, as an educator, you can use to send out assignments, reach out to your students, which we will do a quick demo on it. So it's a free tool that you can use, but the school, as a school, or as an educator, you need your school to sign up on that platform to be able to get a G Suite account. So yeah, but it's a tool, it's a free tool that can be used for learning and also getting to your students. And we have the digital assessment. So with the digital assessments, it's more of incorporating innovative feedback tools. Feedback is very essential. You need to get feedback from your students to be able to interpret it and develop. So we have some innovative feedback tools that can be used for digital assessments, the likes of Google Forms, which we will look further into it once we are going for it. We also have online communication. So with online communication, we have the email and messaging. So effective communication through digital channels. At this point, I expect every student to at least have an email address where you can use in communicating, and email sending out information to the students, and students also communicating to educators or the teachers. We have the virtual meetings, conducting classes and discussions online, aside the physical meetings. We have the virtual meetings, and we have the online discussion, that's managing and engaging digital forums. So digital forums are such that you can actually create your own digital forums in regards to the platform that you are using. And it helps to get some level of engagement coming in, discussions on various topics, on various assignments, forming groups and having discussions with your group, and that this is something that is ready or always available on your mobile device, so it helps for people to, even limit some of the other things that might get attention of the student, since he knows that, okay, aside me also using my phone on checking the social media platforms, I also have an online discussion forum on my phone where I can go there and engage with my peers and engage with my teachers and engage with my colleagues. What are the benefits? So we are looking at promoting clear and efficient communication. Okay, clear and efficient communication. Gone were the days when I was in school, you are afraid to approach a teacher because you are shy and you don't want to talk in class. Now, due to the aspect of digitalization, even if the student is unable to speak in class and all that, he can still be able to provide him with some guidance, promote an efficient communication, try and then find out on a one-on-one basis, in terms of some of the things that he's up to and all that, all by the means of using some digital tools that have been made available. Support remote and hybrid learning environments. Yes, because an example is during the COVID times where schools were closed down, people were not going to schools. And I think most schools integrated the aspect of being able to learn online. So yes, so it supports remote and hybrid learning environments. Now, with the aspect of data literacy, we are going to look at data analysis, which is very important because as an educator, you should be able to understand and interpret educational data, because you are going to receive data coming in terms of the feedback. You're going to receive data coming in terms of polls. You're going to receive a lot of data coming in terms of other activities. So it's important for you to understand and interpret educational data. Now, using data insights to improve student outcomes, so you created a survey, you created a form, you have received a lot of feedback, you've received a lot of insights or data. How are you going to interpret those data to improve student outcomes? So you need to use you need to leverage on some tools like the Excel and Google Sheets to do your data visualization, to interpret what the meanings are, what is happening in such and such situations, or what are the students saying about this particular topic or program. You can use the Microsoft Power BI to also enable you to do your data visualization and be able to get meaningful results in terms of insights that you are receiving. So it's important for you to be able to analyze your data and analyze it well and give interpret it for a better student outcome. Now, the benefits are it informs decision making, and then it gives a personalized learning experience based on data. So everything that needs to be done should be based on the data. Now, when it comes to cybersecurity, cybersecurity is also another very important area where you need to understand some cybersecurity awareness. So we have the threat mitigation, recognizing and addressing online threats, especially if you are a school and you are adopted this learning management systems where you have signed up onto a platform. You need to be able to recognize and address online threats. You need to have implementation of strong passwords and authentication, two-factor authentication. You need to make sure that you need to let both the students and parents and everybody know that there are certain secure practices that are being put in place, that will ensure the safetiness when the students are now joining classes virtually. Okay, so you need to also know and understand the privacy laws, responsible usage, what is needed to be done on the platforms. You need to understand their privacy laws. You need to understand things that you can and cannot do, so that you don't breach any of them and get your account blocked or terminated. Because as a school, that is one of the things that you are going to do to ensure parents and families that you are on top of such issues and they will be able to trust you with more of their children. So benefits are it protects sensitive students and school data, and then ensure a safe digital learning environment. Now, let's look at integrating digital skills into teaching. So in regards to professional development, there has to be a continuous learning and training opportunities. This is where I would say some training opportunities can be done at the various schools or various institutions to be able to get that professional development when integrating skills, digital skills into teaching. Experimentation, trying new tools, and reflecting on its effectiveness. You need to try new tools, experiment on it, see how it's working, and then, if possible, you can present it to the school's management. Collaborative learning, sharing best practices within communities. So let's move further into communities. When I say communities, I mean like the online community. So you need to do more collaborative learning. There are other communities apart from yours that you can collaborate with. You can have that aspect, even if you can't meet them physically, but you can do online collaborations, speak to another school who are also online, bring them together, have discussions, ideas, that also enhances effective learning. And then benefits are, as already mentioned, personalized learning experience based on data, informed decision making. So let's look at this case study. So a teacher uses interactive whiteboards and apps to enhance engagement. Okay, so whiteboards is also a tool that you can use, and apps to enhance engagement. Now, successful implementation of flipped classrooms using the learning management systems, okay, and improve student outcomes through data-driven instructions. So just paint this in your mind of this teacher who has, who is more of like into the digital skills or digital tools, and he's using whiteboards and apps to enhance engagement. He's also successfully implementing flipped classrooms using the learning management systems and improving student outcomes through data-driven instruction. Okay, so that is the kind of picture that I want you to paint, or I want you to have in your mind when it comes to using digital tools. Now, what are the benefits? So benefits of such a person is to have real-world examples highlighting practical applications and successes. Okay. In everything, there are challenges. So we look at some challenges and then we look at solutions. Now, common challenges, which I'm sure most of us are aware: resistance to change. For the resistance to change, it's very rampant. You know, it's everywhere. When there is a need to shift or to change, there's always going to be resistance to change. It's up to us to be able to manage or to see how best we can be able to solve that resistance. You know, there's going to be a lot of resistance. The internet is probably not working. The speed of internet is slow. Costs of data and all that. And then, you know, people asking that what is the effectiveness now? How is it going to work and all that? So there's going to be that resistance to change, but at the positive side too is there. So we should look more on the positive side on terms of how this can go a long way in helping us to, you know, to change and then to adapt. And then the second one is lack of resources and training. Yes, there might be a lack when it comes to some resources that you might need to make this a success, and also some training that has to be done. But as I mentioned, all these are things that can be solved, you know. And then the third one is the digital divide among students. You know, there's a lot when it comes to having students or onboarding students on some of these learning management systems. There's going to be some level of division when it comes to such onboarding, or when it comes to such aspect of getting every student onto such systems. But we can also look at the bright side and look at some of the solutions of embracing the digital future. The future, I believe, is digital. If you believe it, you can drop something in the comments section. So what are some of the solutions? So you can offer incentives for digital adoption. You know, some incentives can be offered, you know, something bonus, you know, something. It could be, out of my mind, a gift card, you know, some incentives can be given for digital adoption. Providing adequate training and support, very important. Adequate training and support needs to be provided. And then ensuring equitable access to technology for all students. We are not leaving any students out. All students need to have access to technology. Now, let's look at some education technology tools, as I mentioned earlier. So we have some learning management systems that you can sign up onto as an educator or as a school. Such platforms like Google Classroom, which is free, as I mentioned earlier. It's a free tool which you can sign up, but your school or your institution needs to sign up to be able to use the G Suite account. Okay, so once your school signs up, you get a G Suite account, you log into it with that, and then you also add your student. If you're a teacher, you add your students to the class that you want to set up. You can give assignments there, you can grade there, you can add website links and articles to some resources that you might have seen online, to give them further understanding as to the topic that you want them to really understand. You can add YouTube videos, video from people to give more in-depth understanding for them to watch and then ask questions and all that, and it's a very, very effective. We'll do a short demo on that. And then we'll look at the Canva. Canvas is another very productive tool that you can use to create some basic presentations, designs, flyers, and all that. And then we have the Moodle. Moodle is more like also same as Google Classroom. It's a learning management system that you can sign up onto. It gives you everything that you need on one platform that you can be able to put in your topics and assignments and all that. So you can organize courses, materials, communicate with students, and even track each student's progress. We have also the presentation aspects and content creation aspects, which is, so we have Prezi, we have Canva, we have Canva, we have PowerPoint, and we have the Google Slides, So Google Slides, very effective, can be used to create presentations. PowerPoint, these are all tools that can be used to create content for students and do presentations, like the way I'm using AI images. So this presentation, as you can see, are more of AI generated images, that I used. It also helps you in order to also avoid copyright issues and all that. So, so yes, the world is at our feet, and anything we want to do is out there. So we'll look at also communication and collaboration. So some tools that we can use for communication and collaboration. We have Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Slack, Google Meetup. Let me go back. So yes, so these are some communications and collaboration tools that we can use. So Zoom, which is very popular, Microsoft Teams, Slack, and then Google Meetup. Then we'll look at assessment and feedback. So with assessment and feedback, you can use Google Forms, Socrative, Mentimeter, Poll Everywhere to take all assessment and feedback that you need. And then we'll look at also the content management and sharing. So we have Dropbox, which you can use to share content. You have Google Drive, which you can share your content, and then share materials, OneDrive, and Evernote. And then we have SlideShare. So SlideShare, it's a tool that you can use to share presentations, PowerPoint presentations. So we'll also look at that and do a quick demo on it. So you can share your presentations, put all your presentations there, and then share from SlideShare. And we have some education apps and resources. So we have the Khan Academy, we have Remind, we have Seesaw. So you can check out Khan Academy, you can check out Remind. These are all education apps and resources that you can use. So before we go to our questions, I would share my my screen so we can look at the Google Classroom and how it works. So let me close it and then let me push this down. Okay, so this is a new tab that I've opened. In order for you to get to Google Classroom, which I mentioned is also a learning management system tool or platform. Once you type Google Classroom, you can click on the first link that comes up. So the first link that comes up will take you to the platform that says Google for Education. Okay, and with this, you should have a Gmail to be able to use it to even sign in. So you go to sign in and then you click on Google Classroom. So this is the interface of the Google Classroom, which I mentioned is a free tool, but as an educator, you need your school to sign up to be able to use a G Suite account. So this is a lesson that I created yesterday, which is called digital marketing. So when you go to home, this is what shows. You can check your calendar is here. You can schedule class on your calendar and then share the link. You know, we have the aspect of being able to review your class and all that. So we'll now go to our home and then create a class. So we'll create a class. So this is some of the privacy laws that you need to read and then accept. So you continue, then you create your class. So you're creating your class. You can create, let's say, math class, and then you can add your name by Benjamin. And then section, you can probably put any section there. Let's say section 4. Subjects, you can say, I've forgotten all my subjects in math class. I think my math teacher will be so like, all right, so you can just put in a subject there. I put in diagram, but you can put in any subject there. And then the room, you can put in your room, let's say room 2. And then you create it. All right, so you'll see when you create it, it brings you to the platforms that that says that math class by Benjamin. All right, so you've created it now. And for this aspect, you can customize your header. You can change the color if you want to, you know, you can customize it, add more features there. Then you can also announce, you can put in an announcement, you know, that is meaningful to the class. So you can put in your announcement section. You can drop in something in the announcement here for all students, all right? You can also include links, a YouTube video link, you know, you can pick something from your Google Drive. You can upload a file here, and then you can save it. All right, so for the aspect of getting your students in to join, you can do that by using a class code. So there's a class code on just here where the mouse is pointing. You can also make it large, and then you can copy the link, and then you can send it to the students for them to join, you know. So you can send that. The stream settings is where you can be able to make all your settings in terms of like changes that you want to do. So you have, so when you go up, you can see the class details, and then you have the general where you can invite people using the link, the invite link. The class code that I mentioned is also here, you know, so you can make those changes in the stream settings. Grading is also here. You can do your grade calculations and everything here. So when you go to the next tab, which is classwork. So when you go to the next tab, which is classwork, here you can create your assignment. You can create your quiz assignment. You can create a question. You can add materials. You can reuse the posts and topics. So let's click on the assignment. So you can create an assignment here.
Okay, it appears we lost
Okay.
Benjamin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm back. So continuing from where I left off. So we are creating an assignment on the Google Classroom. So you can put in the topic, which I have done, which is geometry. You can put in the instructions. You can add a YouTube link. You can add a video. You can add a Google Drive, let's say material. You can add a document to it. You can put in a lot of details in the assignment to make it more elaborate. Now you can also put in the due date here, the date that assignment should be submitted. You can put in the due date here. If it's you can put in the date here, and then you can put in the topic. So you can create a topic here, and you can add the rubric. So the rubric is something that you can add or that you can import to it from the sheet that will let the students know the marks that they get for every question that they are answering. You can put in the points here, if it's 100 points that you are giving out for this assignment and all that. So you see, it's very, very elaborate. So this is the assignment part. Then you can also create the quiz assignment, which is very similar to the assignment that we looked at. So you can create a quiz assignment, which you can also look at the Google form, by creating, let's say, your questions or creating your feedback using the Google form. So you can create your quiz assignments also. You can add materials. You can add a website link, articles, and all that. You can add a video and all that here on the Google Classrooms. You can add a topic to it also as well. So it gives you a lot in terms of adding a lot of resources or other materials onto the platforms. Then when you go to people, you can add teachers here by adding their email address. You can add students also here. So you can add a student directly aside sending them the invitation link. You can add a student directly, and then you can also grade students. You can manage the students' grades here, invite students here, and also grade them over here. So this is all what we need to know in terms of Google Classrooms. You can also go on it and explore it further to acquaint yourself with most of the things that are there. But I think it's a good platform that educators can start with. And then we will look at the SlideShare. So we'll look at SlideShare, which I mentioned. So SlideShare is also a platform that you can use to upload your presentations and then share. So the link is www.slideshare.net. So when you go to slideshare.net, so it gives you the ability to load all these PowerPoint presentations here. So you see there's a lot of PowerPoint presentations already on the platform. So when you want to upload your presentation. So they have also categories, various categories like the business aspect of it, where you can get a lot of business presentations. You know, there is the aspect of social media, and there's marketing and all that, technology and all that. So it's packed with a lot of presentations. So if you have a presentation, you can go to upload and then you select your document that you want to present on. So you can select your document, open it. All right, so you select a document and upload it directly onto the platform. And then you can fill in the category also. So which category it is. If it's marketing, you put it there. You can put in a short description also to it. So say essential for educators. And then you can also add in some tags. And all that. So after that, then you publish. Okay. So once you publish, then you're able to share the link onto you share the link with other people as well. So let me see if I have some presentations myself. All right, so these are some presentations that I have uploaded onto the platform. So we have one that says purpose-driven life, which was uploaded like 13 years ago. That's quite a long time. And so with this, you can be able to go to share and then share the link from the platform to also get, so you can see that you can share this slide here on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, you know, and then the link is here. So you can actually copy the link here too, and then share it onto other platforms so that people can come here and access it directly. You can also download it into PowerPoint or PDF. So, okay, so there are other yes, I have other PowerPoint presentations which I've uploaded here, and it's an account that when you go there, you see all your presentations and all that in the platform. So it's quite a very cool tool that you can use to gather your presentations. You know, sometimes you're a speaker or you are teaching a lot and you are doing a lot of PowerPoint presentations, but you want people to have access to them. You want people to go to a place where they can see your other presentations, you know, and then look at it. So you can use this platform to do that, which can enable you to be able to get people to look at your PowerPoint presentations. All right, so let's see if I can add one more tool. I think we are all familiar with Canva. Okay, so Canva has upgraded, you know, and you can use Canva in a lot of things now. You know, you can use Canva in creating presentations, doing flyers, doing documents. You can use Canva's AI system, which is Magic Studio, to be able to, you know, design videos. You can design very good creatives. You know, you can do flyers and all that using Canva. So let's try and do a presentation. So you can, this is reusing the AI tool called Magic Design. So we are trying the Magic Design tool that can enable you to create very good PowerPoint presentations. So there are a lot of templates that you can use to create your PowerPoint. So you can, let's say, technology presentations. So by typing in what you want, it generates a template for you to use. So let's click on the technology pitch deck, which we typed in technology, and then we are looking, and then it created a technology pitch deck that, it gives you the ability to use these templates, make your own inputs, edit them, and all that. So yeah, so Canva is also a very cool platform that you can use to enhance your teaching, to be able to create very good PowerPoint presentations and other things that you need. All right, so at this point, I will pause and then take questions.
Hey, thank you so much, Ben. We have a lot of questions coming in line. I think I'm going to start with the first person. This is from Richard Muni Azabua. He's asking that he's interested in being able to troubleshoot in order to fix technical challenges. Can you touch on that, please? Here.
Okay, so yes, so yeah, for example, you are maybe using or like you are using your laptop and then you have an issue, like let's say it's not coming on, or the platform that you are using, let's say any of the learning management system platforms, you're not able to sign in, or you are kicked out from that account, your account has been temporarily blocked. So those scenarios are things that you can actually do, in terms of like maybe checking in regards to the support team, or trying other emails, or trying to restart the system, or looking at where the issue might be coming from. Is it the email that wasn't spelled well, or the password that wasn't spelled well, and all that? So these are some basic things that you need to know, so that when such incidences happen, you can be able to tackle them. Most of the times when you have a problem with your laptop, the first thing that comes to your mind is for you to reboot it or restart it. Okay, so these are some of the troubleshoot things that I'm trying to put across, so that if there's a scenario where you're unable to log into your account, what is the first step that you need to do? What do you need to, who do you need to contact? Is there a support team that can help you to be able to resolve your issue? You have to delete your app and then reinstall it, or do you have to contact the support or technical team to be able to handle those things for you? So those are some basic things that you need to know.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Ben. Yes, and I also have another question. It's about you elaborating more on the whiteboards for someone who is new to technology.
Okay. So yeah, so the whiteboard works in comparison with like the Google Classroom that I mentioned. So it's such that you can use it like the way we use our traditional boards. You can use it to You can use it from Google Meetup, where there's a section there that is whiteboard. So you can use it to do your presentation, draw, make sketches, erase, make another sketch, clean, use it to interpret or communicate in terms of what you are presenting and all that. So it's something that it serves as like you'd use a blackboard, but you are using this in a digital manner.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that as well. Now there's a question from Samuel. He's asking us, can we please go through the Google Classroom and SlideShare again? I don't think we have time for that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but Samuel it's something that you can actually do. Once you have a Gmail, you can just type in Google Classroom and then go on the first link that you see. Just go. It's a very friendly platform. It's not very complicated, so it's something that you can do yourself. So once you go onto it, you can be able to just survey your test on certain features and stuff like that. And you can also always come back to this video to watch it.
Yes, that's true.
And then
okay, yeah, I was going to add that to it, that the
see how
video,
best you can,
yes,
you can do it.
Yeah, so the video will be found on our YouTube channel, so you can rewatch it and rewatch it again till you grasp everything. All right, so let's keep our questions coming in the chat box, and then Benjamin would answer them accordingly. All right, so I want to ask about the part of the safety. You mentioned something about safety regarding teachers teaching, yes, students.
Yeah.
Can you touch more on that as well in terms of helping you? Because these students are very curious. We have kids who know so much more about computers than grown-ups do. So how would you ensure that if it's a school setting, how can you ensure that the students are
so in regards to so thank you for that question. So in regards to safety issues, I would always employ that the teachers or educators don't just sign up onto the platform themselves, but they always sign up as a school or an institution that would be able to get, if it's like Google Classroom, it will get them the ability to use the G Suite account, So once they sign up in such a way, I think it helps to get the students to feel more safe and confident. The aspect of individuals also signing up is there, where let's say someone might be a private teacher and wants to sign up. Yes, that's also fine. In regards to that, in order to be able to let everyone, or let's say student and every learners, feel that they are safe, is just for you to get yourself abreast with more on what the platform does. Get to read more about it. Google is something that we are all familiar with. Google is everybody knows about Google. That's how come I'm using the Google Classroom. But there are other management system, learning management systems that you can also use. But in regards to it, Google, I think they are, let's say, privacy laws are not that cumbersome. So you can try that out, and then just enable that you've read all the things that you need to read in terms of policies on every platform. Make sure that you don't break any of the policies. Make sure that both educators and learners are well informed about it. What you can bring on as a material and what you cannot bring on as materials, and stuff like that. And once that's why there's also a need to do more training to also be able to support and then equip educators and students to be able to know how the platform works. But once all these boxes are checked, I think the safetiness of the platform when it comes to student and
Okay.
can be assured.
Right. Thank you for that response as well. So I wanted to ask a further question, which is about how educators can integrate these technologies into their existing curriculum without overwhelming themselves or the students.
Yes. So one way is on a gradual level. It shouldn't be such that you have heard about these tools and you want to just move everything to digital, but it should be more of a gradual level, a step-by-step process. You can still go ahead and use both what you are using and then gradually also integrate the student onto a learning platform, or let's say having your notes in a presentation form, using that for a start. Apart from that, creating a WhatsApp group with all the students in it, creating a Google group where you can send your presentation through emails, an email to the students where everyone gets it. It should be a gradual process. Finding out feedback in terms of whether people are checking their emails regularly. Create a survey whether people, how many times do people go on their emails to check pertaining to your group, pertaining to your class, what is going to work for them. Emails might not be effective. Okay, so what is going to work for them? Okay, they are probably on their phones a lot. You want to use a Slack app to be able to put your things across. Would that work? If that's not working, so you should be able to create that form of data to be able to know what will work for the students, so that you can be able to now gradually integrate those tools, and then always test. Once you integrate the tools, so once you are onboarding them into a certain platform, you need to always test and measure results, track progress, and see whether it's working effectively or not. Whether it's not working, is there something that you need to be done? Do you want to build a customized management platform for the students to use, do some user research to be able to get some information as to what people are doing out there in regards to some of the tools that people are using? You need to just create a lot of, get a lot of feedback, and then tests, and then be able to know that this is working, and then use it to your effectiveness. So I think that is, yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Benjamin. Thank you so much. So you have to start gradually and build upon it, precept upon precept, till you guys get into your full, in terms of full capacity in handling all these digital platforms. So thank you so much, Benjamin, once again. It's so we have just some few minutes left to wrap up. We want to thank you once again for sharing these insightful platforms with us. We know that our educators who joined in were really, they've learned a lot. I have learned a lot from my end, and we thank you all also for joining in. And we have an exciting announcement to make for all educators. So I want to announce the American English webinar series, which is something that is let me just take a minute. It's something for educators, and then it will start from the September 11th, 2024. And these sessions will be held bi-weekly for 6 weeks, lasting an hour, both at the American Corner Boba and the American Center. So attending this series offers numerous benefits, including expert guidance from experienced educators, up-to-date digital skills, and practical tools for classroom management, networking opportunities with fellow educators, and a certificate of completion at the end of the session of the series. And so this is a fantastic opportunity that the U.S. Embassy Ghana is providing to support educators. So for more information, you can check the U.S. Embassy Ghana website at the Education and Culture section for more details, as well as visit American Corner or visit Mobile Web Ghana on all our social platforms to get further inquiries. And so thank you once again for joining this session. So we come your way again. Do well to subscribe to this channel to receive updates on further programs that are coming your way this year. So do have a happy weekend ahead. Thank you so much.
All right.